Can I get an audio and video check, please? Please? Hi. Hi, peeps. Hi, peoples. Hi, peoples. Why does the two testicles have something after its name? It's FP7CW. What the hell is that? That's weird. Thank you, Miss Jenna P. Thank you, Jay. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's see. Dennis was the first in. Hi, Dennis. What's up, brother? And there's my buddy Whip. Haven't framed it yet, Whip. That's my Christmas present. Whip gave me that. That was very cool. I can't show you the other thing because I already ate all of it. Like, it was gone in like 2 days. It was from Jenna and Steven. Honestly, I think it was mostly Jenna because it was, cookies and stuff. And maybe Steven helps, but I have a feeling that Jenna, makes most of it. So there was a lot of really, really good cookies and fudge and just, oh my God, it was so good. And it went like that. The stuff was so good. I did share it a little bit. I tried to share it more, but nobody wanted it. There's Whip. There's Jody. Hi, Jody P. What's going on? And there's Eric. Eric Y Walk. And Jenna P. I'm also in the picture, and so is Alishon and Tim. Oh, are they in the background? Are they in the background there? Whip said, it sure as hell ain't me, and it really should be. Yeah, I agree with that. Man. And then, of course, Jay's here, and J Mac. What's up, J Mac? Salient, hello. What's going on, Jesse? Bob Wood is here. Hello. Oh, two testicles handle must have already been taken, so YouTube and some other characters. Oh, maybe, yeah, because I never went in and claimed that. Yeah, you're probably right. Jenna. Just like always. Jenna's always right. Stephen put in the shipping label. I am super jealous. They shared what they got for their son on the fish cord, and man, that is a nice 3D printer. It really is. I used to have a little resin 3D printer, and I couldn't make very big stuff like this. I made this, and it's painted. But I couldn't make, very good. His name is Rick. My name is Rick, and he's got a big bald spot. We sort of look a lot alike. I mean, even the drool is the same. He's smarter than I am, but otherwise, I'm like the dumb version of Rick from Rick and Morty. 3D printers. So mine was a resin printer where they have a filament, and man, it is really cool. It is really, really cool. And I don't want one anymore because it's a lot of work getting all, doing all the stuff. And I just, but I want to have access to one, if you know what I mean. Steven said, I eat cookies. Hey, brother. Steven, how you doing, buddy? Skitty Known is here. Hi, Sarah. Scatters. All right. I think I got everybody so far. So I got nothing to talk about. It's just did I say hi to Vanosky? I think I did. I saw his name. I don't know if I said hi to Vanosky. Hi, Vanosky. Been seeing Vanosky for years, man. A lot of you guys, right? It's been years and years now. 6 years we're going on. What was I going to say? Got nothing going on. Oh, I just know that I didn't. Did I smoke all the resin? Damn it. I'm so out of it today. Oh, I haven't streamed in forever. And I was just, I was talking with Matt last night about streaming and how I said I was going to try and stream more. And I actually did try to. Truck going by. Well, he hates trucks. I tried to, and then I got sick the next time I was going to stream. And then every time I felt like streaming again, I wasn't up to it. Even today, I don't feel good. I don't feel really super bad, but I never feel good anymore. Like I never have a good day. I have days that I can muddle through easier than other days. And that's about it. And it's just getting harder and harder all the time just to make it through the day. If whatever gets you through the night is all right. So my son just needs a 3D printer when he moves next door. Funny thing about that, that's who has my 3D printer. I gave it to my son for Christmas a couple years ago. And yeah, he's moving into the cottage right down there. Come on. He's moving into the cottage. Just my dog. Just my dog. More than 5 minutes. I think I've been subscribed for longer than 5 minutes. Yeah, Mark. And hi, Mark. That's weird. Huh. Yeah, YouTube. And there's Audra and Michael. But yeah, Anthony's moving into the cottage that's right there where the asshole used to live that I got kicked out. And he's renting that place from my acquaintance, a friend, Jesus. And so he's moving in February. So that's pretty cool. My son and his wife are splitting up. Very, very mutual, healthy. I think I've talked about it before. Very, very healthy split up. We went to their house for Christmas, and you couldn't really tell that was happening. They're still really good friends. They still really care about each other. They just wanted different things and decided that it was better to make the split now. So. Please, Cat, still need to keep an eye on the place with your son there. I mean, it's always nice. Actually, I don't think they have that cat anymore. I haven't seen that cat oh no, that was another cat. That wasn't their cat. And the guy that was in that video that Jenna's talking about with the cat that came up to help, that is my neighbor. He was the one getting arrested. And we've gotten to be much better friends. He brought us over some cheesecake the other day. That was delicious. And this cheesecake was like, I don't know, 4.5, 5 inches thick. And it was delicious. It was so good. So good. But yeah, he's been very helpful, George. He comes over and he snow blows and stuff. We gave the snowblower to my son too, because they get a lot more. We get a lot of snow. Upstate New York, where we're at, we get a lot of lake effect snow. But he was up around the lake farther, and they get way more than we do even. And we are one of the snowiest spots, snowiest, how do I put this? Snowiest spot where people live. Like Syracuse, I think, is the snowiest city over 100,000 people or something like that. I don't remember. But they get a lot of snow up there. So we gave it to him. But now he's moving back down here, so the snowblower will be here. But George comes over and does that. You got a pile. Mark said, I brought my future son-in-law an Ender 3 for Christmas. Nice. Those are very cool. He's completely locked onto it. I can't remember which one my son-in-law has. He has one too, and I think it is the Ender 3 as well. I think it is. I don't know. I don't know which one it is, but he's too busy to print stuff for me. So, and they have moved out. They're over at Grandpa's house. That's nice. I've talked about that. So it's just the three of us now here. And I like it like this. My youngest son is very helpful around the house. It's good to have him here. He's not ever in the way, so to speak. He's got the whole basement as his area, basically. And he's got a quarter of it just for his room. And it's a real nice room down there. But he's a lot of times out of sight, out of mind. Sometimes I don't see him in a whole day, and he's here all day and I don't see him. But he really, he helps out a lot around the house and stuff. And I like having him here. I really do. So it's been nice though, with just the three of us, just everything. It's just easier. I like having kids here at home. I like that they're not far away, but when they're all adults, it just gets to be a lot when there's a bunch of people. When you have like 5, 6 people living in your house and they're all adults, adults, we all like to do things their own way. And again, you start butting heads and stuff. And I'm the dad, so I start putting on the dad shoes. And yeah, this is a mess. Look at this mess down here. I've been doing a lot of more tech products. I got a lot of stuff going on. Oh, look. The lemon tree made a comeback. We thought it was dead, and it made a comeback. We actually got a lemon. I just saw how yellowy it is. And this right here, the fish, that freaked me out because when I started up the camera, I was like, I don't have a fish sticker on the door. I thought it was on the door back there. because I didn't realize that it looks like it's a sticker on the door or something, you know. You can actually see the door. I have my tapestry put away. Let's see what else. So I've been working on a lot of computer stuff still. My my home lab is really coming together pretty well. It really is. I've got a lot of good stuff on there. You know, thanks to most of it is thanks to people giving me free stuff, like most of my life. I got a couple of little computers from my wife's work because they were decommissioned. I got oh, there it goes. Yeah, there's you guys probably have almost all of them. There's Drew. Drew's here. What's up, Drew? Not Al Aquatics. What was I saying? Tech stuff. Oh, and then Matt gave me a bunch of stuff, and yeah. Next thing I'm building is I have my old laptop, the one I used to use for this before you guys bought me one, because you did. You guys bought this for me. I'm going to put a small headless Linux distro on there and run an AI on it that I can chat to, and it has access to all of my notes that I have currently in Notion. I really like using Notion. Lotion. It puts the Notion on the skin. You get the Notion. Man, see, I am just out of it. I can't even. The brain fog is so. I keep losing my train of thought. The Notion. So I can connect to Notion and get to all my notes. I can connect to Obsidian, which is another place that I keep notes locally. Notes locally. Hi, I'm Notes locally. You might remember me from such films. There's Sam. Whoop, whoop. What's happening, Sam? I think I got everybody still. There's only 16 people here. Jameyer. I think I said hi already too, didn't I? Jesus, I am just so out of it. It's nice to be able to have the AI get to those notes, though, because like I have a ton of IP addresses. Stephen, what does Notion do? I keep hearing great things about it, and I go to the site, get overwhelmed, and open to talk. Well, it has a lot of stuff that it does, but the only way I use it is it's my notes back end. So like when I'm using Claude, that's the AI that I use the most, I'll do something, I'll do a project, or lately I've been working on an R stack. If you know what that is, you know what that is. And I wanted to document all the mounted drives and all the IP addresses and all that kind of stuff. So as I went through, I told it to update the document, and it put all that in there, and I just verified that was correct. Boom. But it does a lot more. It's all kinds of stuff. It's good for businesses where you can share and work on documents together. But I use it just for they call it the second brain, right? Well, I don't even really have much of a first brain left, so. I use it as a second brain to store a ton of information. That's the main reason why I use it. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. I don't put any usernames or passwords in that. Maybe some usernames once in a while, but no passwords, no secure things, like SSH keys and stuff like that. None of that kind of stuff. I do put that in my Obsidian, which is local. And then the MD files that it uses are encrypted. So, but I also have it write to that and put my username and passwords in that. So it's a little bit more secure. Obsidian isn't offsite at all. It's all locally stored 100%. And for me, they both sort of do the same thing, Obsidian and Notion. With Notion, I got something free for the pro version of it, I think. I don't remember. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember now. That might be Perplexity. I might be getting confused. So, but yeah, notes is the biggest thing that I use it for. I need notes. I need to remember stuff, and I have the hardest time remembering things anymore. So it just helps me. And again, I can just go tell the AI to look at it. And you can do that with the local AI too. But I will be migrating all of the Notion stuff locally to keep it away from any corporate stuff and anything on the outside world. I don't want my information out there, everything, two-factor authentication, all that kind of stuff is there, but still, if it's here, it's much more difficult for them to get to. Plus, if it's encrypted and stuff, I do a lot of backups, so let's see, who else? I saw, what you said, Pile. Mark said, I just set up a monitor mounted to the wall with a Raspberry Pi Zero. The number 2, that's a very cool one. Very tiny little board for anybody to know. It's a very tiny little one. Displays the family calendar, weather, and a changing background. Yep, very cool. I can change the pool of images via Dropbox. Love it. MC Aquatics, hello. Is that MNC? Monster Fish Gal, hi Lori. Did I miss anybody else coming in? Start Fresh Aquatics. Who is that? I don't think I know you, Start Fresh. You're probably somebody I know and you changed your mind. Oh, it's Lando. Lando, hey, buddy. Hey, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well, Lando. Does it automatically organize it? Because I tend to keep unsaved Word documents open that contain work reminders, email. It can, but the biggest thing about all of those is the search functions, right? Like especially Obsidian. Hold on, let me open up Obsidian. Make sure there's nothing. I'll put it on a file that doesn't have, anything. I won't show you my porn like the Reddit time. The automation is what's big for me. You said, Sarah said, I'm so out of it too. Sorry, I'm going. All the best to you all. So grateful for the years together and looking forward to New Year's with fam. Thank you, Sarah. It's good to see you, and I hope you're doing okay. You and I, we have a lot in common that way, right? Let's see. Let's not do that one. Let's just go to my file manager, maybe. Let's go up to the file manager. Let's just make sure. Okay, so, all right, now this has been forever since I shared the screen in OBS. Do I even have a screen thing left over here? I rebuilt a lot of it. I don't. Oh, window capture 2. Let's see what that. There we go. Obsidian. Okay. There we go. And there we go. Okay. There we go. So over here on the left, you can see all the different notes folders. These are all just the folders. Here's projects. This is old. I haven't really messed with this in quite some time. Let's just close all these. I haven't messed with this in quite some time, actually, because I've moved over to Notion for this. But if I want to find something, I don't have to know what it's in. I just have to search for a keyword, and it searches very quickly, and it searches the entire document. It's super easy, super fast. I don't want to search because I got that one open because again, I have a lot of username and passwords saved in here, and I probably would search for something that would bring that up on accident. And there's a ton of, this is nothing. If you go look in the Obsidian Reddit and see what people are doing, it's crazy. Some people are using it for like, it's got a thing called bases, which is databases. You can pull in like your movie library. I mean, there's just a million things you can do with it. This is bare bones. This is nothing for what it can actually do. Down here I have Read It Later, which is a plugin. So if I'm like on my phone and I see an article, like at night I'm laying down and I'm reading through stuff and I see an article I want to read later or remember, I can easily add it to there and it shows up in that. So that's that's a basic idea of it. Let's get rid of that one. And let me see. Let me look if I can. Notion does have a desktop app as well. Let me just open it real quick and show you as well. as well. I keep saying as well. This is boring for a lot of people, I bet. It's not fishy. I don't have anything new going on fish-wise. Everything status quo. Everything's doing fine. Bluegill's in there still doing really good. He's getting really big. He's getting fat. He's the only thing left in there now. Still the same over here. I haven't lost anything. I haven't got anything new. I keep thinking about shrimp. About getting some shrimp. I think I might want to get some shrimp again. All right, so here, let's see if this has got information. Okay, I think this is good. Let me just scroll through real quick. See, I've gotten smarter instead of just showing you guys like my information. Okay, so we want to switch this over. Let's go over to Notion. You got the Notion. And again, the AI wrote this for me, so that's the address. That's my local address. I use Pi-hole and NPM reverse proxy, so I don't have to have IP addresses. I can go to porta.lan instead of 192.1. Well, there's the IP and the port that it's on, so I can just instead I just go to porta.lan. I don't have to remember that. I don't have to bookmark that. I don't know, it's cleaner in case I'm not right at my computer and I don't have, maybe I'm in a different browser, whatever it is. I don't have to worry about saving that. I can go to, I'll show you the next thing here in just a second, but this has got some of the Dockers. I shouldn't be doing this because I don't know that there's passwords and stuff in here. So I keep trying to scroll on the screen. Probably shouldn't go any farther. Yeah, we better not. Now, I don't normally put any username or passwords in this side. But yeah, there's just a bunch of the services that I'm running. Even the Docker, this is for ROM, which is emulator, an old game emulator, like the really old games like the Atari. It's really cool. I'm not going to get too much into that. Oh, yep. Okay, user password. Okay, I thought I did it. Yeah, that's good enough. But you see all the different stuff over here. It's also got things like this where I installed this and I haven't messed with it yet, but it lets you, it's a little bit more neat. You can make this become your home page. And do a lot. I really haven't done much with it. I wanted to. I thought it looked cool. But yeah, it doesn't. I just haven't done anything with it yet. But there's a lot. Again, same with Obsidian. I barely scratch the surface on Notion. I barely. I use just the real high level. And then the last thing I want to show you for this stuff is my dashboard that I really like, although they've quit developing it. It's not dead, but there hasn't been any updates in a very long time. So I might switch away from it. Oh, and I have another self-hosted note taker that's called Memos. So it's here, and it's got like an Android client and stuff, so I can put notes on my phone, and it's all there, and I can access it from anywhere locally. I don't have it open up to the outside world because I don't leave the house that often, so I don't need it. It's just here on the LAN, but that's okay. That's perfect for me, and that's really good too. It lets me store notes really quick. If I just have something I want to remember, I throw it in there real quick, and I can't really show you because there are some username and passwords in there. Let's close that just to make sure I don't open it. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Boring work meeting time. See you, Audra. There's Matt. Hello, Matt. Matt sort of motivated me to stream today. All right, let's see. So let's show you this. I really like this, and I've showed this to you before. My voice keeps doing this. I showed you this before. Oh, it's cutting it off. Why is that cutting off? Because I have this way too big. Hold on. Oh, Jesus. What the hell? It blowed up real good. That's too small. It's either too small or too big. Sorry, my life. All right. So these are all the services that we do run here at home on all the stuff. That's my reverse proxy firewall. It's on its own, excuse me, its own little device. It's the firewall. So the router is the first thing, or the cable modem. Then it hits the OpenSense firewall, and then it goes to the router, and then I've got a whole bunch of different little switches and old Wi-Fi routers and stuff. But here's some of them right here, and then I've got some unmanaged stuff. My R stack. I don't really want to get into this stuff too much. You can look it up, but there's a hint for you right there. This stuff is amazing. It really does. It automates so much stuff. We can watch TV and request something on the TV and have it there. Our music. This is just a newsreader that I like. Jellyfin is videos, different kinds, TV shows, anime, and all that kind of stuff. I use Proxmox the most. I like it. I'm familiar with it. It seems to run well. It's pretty light. I like it the best for containers. It does sort of like Docker. In fact, you can run Docker. I do have some Docker containers on Proxmox, but most of the time I run stuff in its own container on Proxmox. Private search, and that's just, I don't, it's not like I search stuff I don't want people to see. It's just that I'm not giving more data to Microsoft or to Google or to anybody. That's the only thing. It goes out and does indexing on its own, and then you locally do a search. So it's just a nice little thing there. MeTube will grab stuff off of YouTube, and that's really neat. A lot of these are, photos by image that I actually host on my Oracle Cloud. Oracle Cloud is, I'm not a big fan of Oracle as a company, but the Oracle Cloud is pretty cool. They have a free cloud. It's very hard to get into free cloud, but if you go switch it to pay as you go, but then you use the same resources that they allow on the free cloud, you can get in very easy. And it's never cost me a penny. I've been running, I run rclone there. You know what? I'm going to show you that because that's really cool. And then image, it's a Google Photos replacement. So it's got an Android app, you sync to it, it's got the desktop. It does pretty much everything that Google Photos does, except you own the stuff. You don't, Google's not scanning your photos or anything. So, let's see, anybody else come in? Yeah, I don't think so. Michael's got to go, though. Chart submission overdue. Oops. Monday. Water changes and laundry. Coffee. J-Rock does stuff. What's going on, J-Rock? So, there's a lot of stuff there. And this is all self-hosted except for image and except for rclone. Where did I put rclone? I think it's down here in the storage. Yeah, rclone. And we'll actually look at rclone real quick. So this is pretty neat because it looks like one storage location, but I have a union. Oh, why is it taking so long? It's usually pretty quick. Uh-oh. Great. Cockass. Come on. Damn it. You're making me look bad. So see all these? Google Drive, Drop, Mega, P Cloud, just a horrible name. P Cloud, OneDrive, Box, and Cloudflare, those are all in a union together. So this software sees it as one storage pool. So I upload my backups to this, and then it puts them on all of those different places. So it puts it into one pool. So, and those are all free levels. They're all the free levels of Google Drive and all of that. So I'm not paying anything, and it gives me 75 gigs, which isn't a lot. That's roughly what I have over all of those ones. It's not a lot, but for the config backups and stuff that I do, it's plenty. And it was loading just fine. So I don't know why all of a sudden it's not. So I'll have to dig into that. I bet it's because one of them is not working correctly. Let's look at Cloudflare. That seems to be a problematic one. Nope, it's there. Okay, so, but see, backups go there, and they're encrypted, and they're in parts. You know, so it's pretty cool that way. Google Drive has a bunch of stuff. You know, but again, it sees all of this as one pool of storage. So it'll split up files across all of that. Not so much files, but my backups are split into files themselves, and then it puts it all in these different locations. But if I want to grab those downloads, it can puts it right back very quickly and brings it back down. And we're not talking about a lot of space, like you know, it's all just configs. I don't want to lose like my configuration for all the different servers and stuff that we're running. So, okay. We said hi to J-Rock. Same thing happens when I try to show my wiener. It won't go. Good talk last night, Matt. Thank you. All right. So that's, let's see. I think that's all I really wanted to show you as far as the tech stuff goes. And I know it's boring for a lot of people. They're not into all this, but it keeps me sane. It gives me something to think about and to work on, and to, you know, so my tech skills don't get rusty. I've really transitioned away from the fish keeping. Like, I'll always have fish, but it just isn't a focus anymore. I'm going to be moving what's in the 55 over to the 75 pretty soon. A lot of the rainbows are aging out, you know, 6-7 years old. So they're going to be what's left over here. The rainbows. There's a bunch of there's some plecos in there, and there's some a bunch of long fin panda cories that I got from Maria Z. They're doing fine, and they're going to stay in there. But I'm going to move the Gadeids up here into there. So then I'm going to take down this tank as well. So I'll just have the 3 tanks, the 45 tall with the bluegill, the 75 with a lot of different stuff, and the 55 will be all Gadeids, and that's it. Sorry I disappeared, you maybe Frisky. We must have disappeared at the same time because I didn't notice. I went to bed real quick after. All right, so thank you again, Jen and Steven, for the cookies and stuff. Thank you, my buddy Whip. Walter Payton, personal hero of mine. Got to get it framed. I know we have some frames here somewhere. I'm going to get it framed and put it on the wall. Thank you for those. That really meant a lot, especially. It's really huge. And, oh, hold on. You know what? I'm sorry. Hold on. I forgot. Michelle and I were talking about something. Okay. She didn't respond. All right. Nothing else fishy related. This Norfolk Island pine is not doing well. He's going away. He is not doing well at all. I think I need to do. Aw. Thanks, man. Thanks, Whip. I ain't asking you. I'm telling you. Thank you. 6 to 7 years old is aging. Good stuff, man. Michael says, I don't understand most of what you're talking about. I think I gained some knowledge of things you can do. I'm not doing paperwork from last week. I like it. Oh, I'm doing paperwork from last week. I like it. There's so much fun stuff to self-host these days to get you away from the Googles and the Microsoft and all of those. Because if you're not paying for the product, you are the product, right? And there's so much that they do with your information. And so I just want to take that away from them as much as I can by doing stuff here at home. Plus, it's nice to have all this right here at home. For example, if the internet goes out for whatever reason, our server full of movies and TV shows and anime is fine. It's right there. So we can still entertain ourselves with that stuff. There's so much you can do and not worry about the internet going down. And yes, is your data safer in the regard that it's on equipment that isn't going to lose your data near as much? Yes. But that's why the backups are so important, because I'm running all of this on old equipment that I was either given, or maybe what. Let them see threads. I'm digging one. These? I think you've seen these before. Hold on. I have gained a lot of weight too because I haven't been doing anything. Oh. Ooh, nope, not that way. Hold on. Damn it. Chair will move because there's carpet. Oh. I'm sitting on a sun face. There we go. I feel like one of those underwear models. There's nothing here. They're like a Ken doll down here, Oh, Jorge's in the house. What's up, man? It's good to see you. Santa's a little sore. I have been in so much pain. I like you, Chubby. I'm not a slim man. Okay, Steven. Let's catch up on Discord too about work and stuff. I'll send you a message to see how things are. What is this? Why do I have this over here? What is this connected to? Oh, that's a project I did. So on my old computer, I used to do my freelance stuff on it.
How can I help you?
I was not talking to you.
My bad. Sometimes I jump in when I hear my wake word or think someone's chatting with me.
I forgot.
I'll just hang out quietly until you need me.
The wake word for her is computer. So my old laptop over here that I used to stream on and everything, that I'm going to turn into the local language, the AI. It used to run software so that I could stream the radio. So I stream the weather radio to this website. Hold on. You got the notion. There we go. Here, I'll let you see this. So I stream the weather radio from a local weather radio to this website, and they have all the local stations here for, there's a bunch in Canada and just all over. It's just a service. But this is the local, the closest one to me is this is me right here. This is my channel, and it's not the best because my why is it not playing? Oh, that's because I'm in the wrong place, dumbass. My feed is not that great. I don't have a big antenna outside or anything. I just got just a little antenna. My antenna is very little, but oh, that's real bad. It's not normally that bad. That sounds horrible. All right, I'm gonna have to mess with that because it's usually not that crackly. And I get it. Let me stop this. I don't know if you can hear it. That sounded horrible. It's usually not that crackly. That was super crackly. And every night I get a quality email from them that tells me, you know, how good the stream is, if it fits within their limits and stuff. And it's always optimal. So I don't know what's going on there. It's just another thing I have to look at. I guess that's another bad thing about self-hosting and doing all this stuff, is that you're the tech support now. You rely on that. But that's pretty cool. So I moved it from my old computer that was running 24/7, and it's on a Raspberry Pi 3B, which is it's an old one, right? They're Raspberry Pi 5s now. It's on a 3B, and it takes very, very little power, but it's running a Linux distro that's got just enough to let me stream that to that website. So it's the little Raspberry Pi is, it's this big, it's on the wall, and it's connected to the weather radio that's up there, that's then connected to the antenna outside. It's pretty neat. And I love that so it's less electricity being used, that 3B compared to the laptop is there's a lot less there. All right. All right. Let's talk about something different, something weird. I was thinking the other day about how this is. Maybe you guys can give me more examples. So there's a few things that we do in daily conversations and in daily activities that's based on defunct technology in some ways, or obsolete technology. 23 months. Oh, I didn't know Lori was streaming regularly. See, I'm out of the loop. That's very cool. Congratulations, Lori. That's pretty neat that you're streaming regularly. I mean, I've seen Lori on streams with Joe from time to time on somebody else's. They used to stream with Catfish Terry once in a while, but that's cool. I'm glad that they are. What was I talking about? Oh, technology that's obsolete that we still use. So, phone calls. You say, hang up the phone. What are you hanging up? You're not hanging up the phone anymore, but it's because we used to hang the phone up, right? You used to put it back on the thing. The save icon is the floppy disk everywhere, but a lot of kids don't even know what that is. They just know it as the save icon. They don't realize that it's a floppy disk, right? I bet there's a ton of that kind of stuff. What are some other ones that you guys can think of that it's obsolete tech? I don't know why I was thinking about this the other day, but I just thought it was interesting how we hold on to phrases. And I'm sure there's even older ones, ones maybe back from like the 1800s or the early 1900s. Excuse me. That we still use in regular conversation today. So I need to set up a weather station. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I mean, you can do it pretty cheaply these days, or inexpensively, I should say. Or you can still go big time, and spend thousands of dollars on a setup. I really, really like EcoWitt, ECOWITT. I really like them. They're, oh God, what's the name? Starts with an F. Hold on. I've got something right here that shows Offset, Fine Offset, right? I think that's Fine Offset. It's a Chinese company, because most of them are. Fine Offset is the base technology, and EcoWitt use their stuff. So does Ambient Tech. Ambient is in Arizona, I think. Ambient Weather. They use the same exact stuff, except they use proprietary software and things on it. But it's the same hardware as EchoWit. And you can even use some stuff from Ambient Weather. It's a 55 degrees. You can use some stuff from one side to the other, but not back and forth. But EcoWit, whatever they're called. It's June. Hi, June. And June became a member? Oh. Hi, June. And thank you for joining. My voice sounds weird. Thank you for joining. Thanks, June. Damn it. I'm not here. But you are. I lost my train of thought again. God damn it. Weather stations, we were on that. The EchoWit stuff it's very inexpensive. It's relatively accurate for that type of stuff. And one thing I really like about it is you can replace some of the sensors within the devices. So if you've got I have a WIT Boy, it's called WITT Boy, WIT Boy. I can change out the sensor that's inside of it if it fails or if there's an upgrade, which I did. I upgraded it to a more accurate sensor, and it's a very quick thing. You unscrew one little part, pull out the old one, put the new one in. Boom, you're done. Excuse me. Smoke some weed. I don't smoke. I haven't had anything in forever. Yeah, so that I really like that company the most. Plus they listen. They've got a Discord, and they really listen to their to the customers. If the customer wants something different or wants a change, or they work with the customers to do a lot of stuff. You go to their Discord, and you can see all the conversations back and forth that are there about making things better. I really like that about them. They're very open to that kind of stuff, and they are, because Fine Offset makes the equipment, and they're just one of the many companies that use it. They don't use the proprietary stuff that Ambient Weather does. Ambient Weather has the same exact equipment, but they charge a premium for it, and there's nothing better about it at all. Nothing. There's nothing. The software's not better. There's nothing better. It's just they charge a premium. You get the same exact equipment from EchoWit, and it's cheaper. So. Whip said, who still holds the thumb and pinky to your ear sighted on the phone? Yep. Circular motion signal asset driving next to roll the window up. If you can properly berate them. Yeah. Yep. There's a couple. That's exactly what I meant, Whip. There's a couple right there. The save icon, the floppy disk. Yep. And hang up the phone is just a button. Oh, I missed this one too. Lori said, after the first of the year, I'll be streaming every other day, no set time, hanging with the Rays. Very cool. Oh, which reminds me, Jenna, how accurate, Jenna, Matt, whoever, how accurate now is the calendar for fishfam.link? Because I know for the longest time I wasn't streaming, and I didn't take my stuff off of there. That's on me. That's on the users. I'm not saying you guys. I know you go through and prune once in a while, maybe, because you guys did take it off, rightly so. But I'm wondering how accurate is it pretty accurate these days as far as who's going when? I was just curious because I don't want to go over a lot of people one of the times that I do pop up and stream. But yeah, I was just curious. Jody said, Whip, I always look like I'm talking to myself because of Bluetooth. Yes, I did use the phone big. Yeah, but how else would you do it? You could do this. I think some people do this one, right? Excuse me. I'm sorry. I think some people do this. But yeah, the rolling down the window, all of that stuff. Michael says, I don't answer my door or my phone. Both are obsolete to me. I still use a door and a phone, though. Yeah. I renewed my membership. Not here and not new. I thought you were at one point. And there's really no reason to be a member. I said that way back when, but even less so these days. I'm surprised I still have any members at all. There's no reason. I mean, you get absolutely nothing out of it. I mean, I don't stream. I don't give you member only videos. I don't do anything. So there's absolutely no reason to be a member. So if all my members went away tomorrow, I would 100% understand. But like Michael said, yeah, I answer the door because we rarely get anybody knocking. It's usually one of the neighbors. 90% of the time, it's one of the neighbors, or if I have to sign for a package. That's it. That's the only people that come to the house. And that's good. That's the way it should be. But same with the phone. I don't answer the phone unless I know who it is. So yeah. Hold on. Have you ever pretended you were on the phone to avoid a person? Don't answer that, Jody. Let's see. Haven't pruned in maybe a month. Okay, yeah, that's not that long at all. And again, it shouldn't be on you to do it anyways. You know, I wish maybe there's a way for Matt to automate it so that if not to give Matt more work, because the thing that he's doing right now, if you're on the fish cord, he's doing some rewriting that looks really good for it. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up by announcing that, but maybe there's a way to automate it so that if that person doesn't go in 3 weeks, it will automatically take them off the calendar or something. That would be neat. That would make it a lot easier on you guys. Mississippi Hippie, it's been a while. Hi, Sherry. It's good to see you. Excuse me. Jody said I haven't held my phone in my ear in over a decade. I mean, I probably have, because when I'm out and about and I get a phone call, I mean, that's a very rare occurrence right there, being out and about. I don't like to use speaker. If I'm here at home, I use speaker all the time. I don't use headphones. I can't. Like, even if I'm listening to music and stuff, I can't use headphones because I get too distracted by the music. It doesn't matter. It's not the level. It's not how loud it is. When I'm wearing headphones, I get too distracted by the music. So I always have music playing. I have my super old Note 10 over here, and I have it set up so I can, I have two different things. I have our local music, and then I've been using Tidal recently. I like Tidal for music. They pay the most.
Playing from Rick's Note 10.
And then I have it connected to my Amazon Show, the Bluetooth, so I can control it on my phone and play it over there, because I'm not using Amazon Music, which I used to. I used to pay for that, got rid of it. But I really like Tidal. So I listen to music all the time, but I can't do headphones. I can't. Because then I listen to the music and that's what I'm doing. If I don't have headphones on, I can do what I'm doing. It's weird. When I have headphones in, I have one task, and that's to listen to the music. I know a lot of people aren't that way. Nancy B. Hi, Nancy B. Just pop up whenever. We like you better. We're not at work. We'll be here. Matt found a way to get around the API restriction. I remember he said something about that. Yeah, so it should be picking up on who is actually live, so you aren't going over anyone else right now. Gotcha. Leave Susie Q alone, Jenna. She's almost through with her obligations that kept her streaming. Wally, come here. Come here. Wally, hey. Get over here. What are you whining? Aiden went in the bathroom, didn't he? He went in the bathroom without you. That's so rude. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get it. Got an eye booger. We got it. What's my buddy? Where's my dog? I love you. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. That's my best friend right here. That's my best friend. My buddy. Let's see. What was I at? We got the Suzy Q thing. For some reason, it knows he posted as a video, but it didn't detect it as a live. So I'm looking at that. Okay. Matt's working on API stuff. He would understand, but he would cry a lot. That's fair. I won't do anything for you. I'm not even show up to any live. Wait, what? Oh, gotcha. Oh, with the membership thing. Gotcha. I mean, I barely even live stream, you know. This is the first one since I don't even know when. It's been well over a month. I probably do 7 live streams a year now. I think about it all the time. I'm on the fish court a lot. I go over there a lot and read stuff and hang out with people and, you know, interact. The streaming is just hard, especially because, again, my thoughts are so scattered. The brain fog is so heavy. It's hard for me to be like I used to be. Eddie showed me how. Eddie's streaming in the mornings now, right? I offered to automate the calendar, but Jenna said no. Jenna. Not a secret. Okay, there you go. There you go. Matt keeps trying to take jobs away from me. That, and I like the rewrite. Not a secret. Good. Sometimes I say stuff that, you know, and I never know if you just want to keep it just on the fish court or what. But yeah, I think it looks really good. I like it. Not that fishfam.link looks bad in any way, but I really like the newer one. I think he's going in the right direction with it. It looks fresh. Maybe we should call it the Fresh Fam link. I have and will always hold my phone to my ear unless I've got on speaker set to the highest level possible so everyone can enjoy my call as well. I saw how much my phone was. Won't be getting another. Michelle got a new phone for Christmas, which is great. The kids got her a new phone. She had a really old phone and started to have problems with it. It was one of the Pixel 6A that was having the battery issues. And they offered to give her a little bit towards a new one. And actually, she was supposed to get like $100 for that, I think, but I don't know that it's ever came in. So yeah, she got a new phone, so that was really cool. And she also got a rock tumbler, which I thought was awesome. Can't wait to do that. Although they didn't give her a lot of supplies with it, so we're going to look and see what we can get. Maybe locally, you know, some sand, or I don't know. The grit is different. We're going to see what we can do to get. I mean, she's got a ton of rocks to tumble. She's wanted to get a rock tumbler forever. So I'm excited to see what she gets. Jody says I don't use headphones, just a Bluetooth headset with retractable buds. Totally disappointed that I eventually have to switch to the wireless earpods eventually. Gotcha. I like those. I mean, I like those. If I was going to use headphones, I would prefer wireless. I hate cables. Man, if you could see what I got going on over here. Oh my God, it's such a cluster. It is so bad. It's just cables running everywhere. I've got to spend. I've been organizing. I took an old switch. I made a video about it. I took a super old enterprise level Cisco switch that was in the basement, super old, and wiped it out, painted it, and then I used the shelves that it has. For one of them's a Raspberry Pi with a bunch of plug-in USB drives. The other one's 2 mini computers and some fans and a little switch, unmanaged switch on there. So all of that is self-contained in that big switch. So the only cables coming out of it are one Ethernet and one power. So that's pretty cool. That minimized some of that. But so much else. So much more stuff up there. It is horrible. I can't stand sticking shit in my ears. You know, Michelle uses that, uses shit for everything. And every time I point it out, because why you first of all, how do you stick the shit in your ears? Is it, I mean, do you have gloves, or is it just picks them up and, you know, it's funny. The shit used, you know, for everything. It's not the point of a phobia or anything. I just don't like it. Yeah, I'm with you though. It's like there's extra pressure, right? No matter what size you get. I've tried all different sizes. If it's something that goes in, I should try the bone ones. I actually have some I got from Michelle. I don't think she used them. You know what? It's supposed to be 40 degrees today. This weekend we got a lot of snow. Like we had there was probably a good 7-8 inches on the ground. And then last night it started raining really hard, and now there's still some there, but there's a lot of green too. And today's supposed to be 40 degrees. It's crazy. And then tomorrow back down to 27. Then don't be who you used to be you now. I mean, you don't have any choice, right? But and in some ways, I like the me now better than the me then. I think I'm a better person now than I used to be, but there's also a lot that I miss about the old me too, right? Like, how do I do this physically? And that's probably everybody, right? Physically, I miss the younger me. I mean, that's probably everybody, but specifically the younger me, even just from a few years ago. But mentally, well, not even mentally, I have a lot more empathy these days, and I care more about other people than I used to. Yeah. So I'd like to be a combination of who I am now and who I was then. Wish we could somehow take the best of both, you know? Sometimes you can. The best people can. Eddie streams 13 times a week at random times talking about eating. It's clean, I swear. Dee Dee. I didn't send out any Christmas messages this year. I think it's the first year since I've been in the community that I didn't talk to Dee Dee. I didn't send anything to Foxanne. I sent no messages to anybody. A couple people sent them to me, and I responded, but I didn't send out any this year. I don't know why. I don't know why. Matt's getting fresh on the internet? Not Matt. Come on. June says it's either I wear the hearing aid and slightly hear or headphones and hear nothing. And Michelle had her ears checked, and she is starting to lose hearing a little bit in one side. Her grandpa has the cochlear implant. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, I think my hearing is still pretty good. It's one of the few good things I have left. The server's down. Jenna, what'd you do? Jenna, if you're shoving shit in your ears, are you the type to worry about gloves? Well, maybe you don't care about your ears, but you're okay, but you care about your hands. Maybe you think later on I'm going to rub my eye, and I don't want conjunctivitis, Jenna said, decided to break it to give you something to do. You seem bored. Whip said, Maddie, that's me. I'm so deaf when it comes to my phone or the TV or even the radio. Often I'm speaker and a foot from my face. It's rather annoying. Excuse me. Oh, aches and pains are a bitch. Yeah. It's a pain in the ass, Rico. So many texts, I always miss someone. You didn't miss me. You sent me a message. You always send me messages. I'm the one that doesn't respond. I reposted a TikTok that said that, if you need me to drive you to the airport, if you need me to do something for you, if you need me, I'm there. But if you need me to respond to your texts, it might take a week, or I might never respond. And that's how it is. A lot of days I don't even look at them. I don't even look at them at all. A lot of days I don't even look at I look at my phone because I'll play games or whatever, doing stuff on my phone. But I don't even look at many messages. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to be around any people. So I don't look at anything. Why is that so brown? Where is that? Where the hell is that? Right here. Oh, the Stolens is super brown. Look at that. It's actually not doing too well. It's a Boston fern. It's not doing so great. It's still got some good leaves on it, but I haven't been paying attention to my plants near as well as I should have. This pothos is doing all right. This is one I recovered. I mean, it was in the living room and nobody was paying attention to it, and it was looking very rough, but it's really starting to come back. And this one's doing okay too over here. I've got the Norfolk Island pine there, Dracaena, I always forget how to pronounce it, Christmas cactus, this Norfolk Island pine. There's a spider plant. Oh, you can't see it. Try another thing. Spider plant. I think that's it in here. And then, yeah, I took the snake plant out. We've got about 20 snake plants out there. Don't share your eyeliner. You responded, I think. Yeah, I think so. Well, oh, here. I don't have the camera for the backyard, but oh, what the hell? No, that's not working. Nothing's working. Great. You know, I have this one really cheap mini PC that's running my website and the weather stuff. I'm going to have to migrate away from it, or maybe it's running Windows. Oh, that's an SSL error. That's weird. Those are all automated. Oh well, I'll have to mess with that. Well, what else? Oh, what about Christmas? What about Christmas? Did anybody get something really cool? Did anybody get their kids something really cool, or their family, anything like that? Did you were you able to give somebody something that they really loved? Did you get something that you really loved? Any of that kind of stuff? Tell me about your Christmas. I want to know. Let me live vicariously through you. Let me live vicariously through you. What do we watch? Oh, the new Knives Out movie. The new Knives Out movie with Daniel Craig, I think. Yeah, Daniel Craig. You can't even tell that he used to be James Bond, and he does a good job. The new one's pretty good. The new Knives Out movie, I liked it. I don't like it as much as the other ones, the first two, but this new one, it's okay. Michelle's been watching all the Medea things, even though Tyler Perry, you know, is sexual assault stuff going on. Two different people now have come forward. One of them's asking for $77 million because it did something. I didn't read all of it. I don't know any details. I just know when the allegations are that strong that they can go to court, that's usually, you know, a bad sign. When does the lad move in next door? I believe it's February 1st. Yep, my son is moving into the cottage right there. February 1st. I think it's in February, he said, but I'm assuming the 1st. I'm super excited about having him right there. That's going to be so cool. Just to have him, you know, close to home. And, you know, it's not like we're going to be over there all the time or expecting him to do stuff. You know, we're going to leave him alone, do whatever you're doing. You know, that's why he doesn't feel bad about moving in right next door, is because he knows we'll, you know, stand off, let him do what he wants to do. Let him do whatever it is he wants to do down there. That's his house, right? But it's just going to be really nice to have him there. Plus, I know who that is now. You know what I mean? Like we had a really bad neighbor there, the last one. Before that, we had good neighbors. The guy who owns the place is really cool. Other people that have lived in it throughout the years before he bought it, all of them have been very nice, very cool people. It was only this one that was just garbage. So, I mean, we'll still have an asshole down there, but it's our asshole. So that's cool. I keep saying that to him. And he works from home. He's a tech guy, like his father before him. He does remote tech support stuff, and he makes a good living. So he's, you know, he'll be there all the time. And it'll be nice because now I can just mow both yards when I get on the rider, or he can mow my lawn when he wants to mow his lawn. Hey, you know, we can take turns with it or whatever. And we can just do more. He's got a nice yard on the other side of that house that has a great view of the lake. So when we do our, you know, any kind of outdoor get together or something, it'll be nice to do it down there. Just very cool. I saw the 3D printer, Jenna. I was so jealous about that. And not jealous. I mean, I always say jealous. It's a nice one. It's a very nice one. And the new laptop, very cool. Whip said, I got a painting of a wolf that my daughter did for me. It's very awesome. Jenna making it sound like she didn't get herself a 3D printer because it's for her son. That's what Steven said too. We need a new printer. Too many choices. A printer, like a paper printer. We have one. But I don't remember the last time I printed anything. It's been so long. Almost everything we do is, just like PDF documents or whatever. We scan stuff using software on the phone or whatever. So I hope your son knows all the rules of being your neighbor. Well, for him, there aren't any. Aren't any for him. Well, don't be thumping your music. I don't want to hear your music when I'm inside the house. It's a very quiet neighborhood. He was the only guy, the one that lived there. He was the only one that did that. Unless it was like a Saturday night and there was a party or something happening, then that would happen. But that is what it is. But he would, in 2 o'clock on a Sunday, the music would be so loud that I have to turn the TV up. He had no consideration for people around him at all. So far, only Zachary and Stephen have used the 3D printer. What have they made so far? We need some pictures on the fish cord. Did Stephen print me the new toy that has the flared base? I don't need any accents. You got to have a flared base. Yeah, you got to have a flared base. You don't want to go to the ER for something like that. June, I didn't know that. My son was missing for 4 years. It's been great having him back. Best Christmas ever. Well, that's great, but I didn't even know that. I did not even know that he was missing for 4 years. And that's awesome that he's back. Hopefully he knows what part of your yard to park in. Yeah, none of it. He's got his own damn driveway. Park over there. Don't park in my yard. And he knows. Yeah, he knows. Besides, if he does do something, I can just tell him once and he'll go, oh, geez, I'm sorry, I didn't understand or didn't realize it. And that'd be it. I don't even foresee any problems like that at all because we have a good relationship, I think, open enough communication and stuff. I think he knows where I'm coming from, and I definitely know where he's coming from. So, communication is good there, I think. Paper printer. See, I can't even, I just printed a box to store the tiny tool crap that comes with the printer. So you printed stuff for the printer. I wonder, I don't even know, June, what's a good one these days. Does anybody else have a regular paper printer that they use regularly? What do we have? I don't remember what brand we have because we've gone through so many different ones. We had a Brother, we had an HP, we had a Canon, we had an Epson. I mean, we had probably one of everything. But again, we print so little that it doesn't matter. It's usually fine, whatever we get, because it's, one page every 6 months or something. So shipping labels and stuff would be a lot more important. So I don't have any feedback for you on that one, but maybe somebody in the stream does. If somebody else has a printer that they use regularly, printing labels and stuff, maybe. So what I'm hearing is I'm not allowed to live next door. Well, you would be allowed. I'd put you in your place, you son of a bitch. Yeah. It's all about communication, right? That's what it is. You should be able to tell your neighbors, or talk to your neighbors about things that are bothering you that they do, and not have them get like crazy defensive. I was super nice to that guy the first few times, right? I mean, I was super nice. I talked to his girlfriend, I was like, because she was the first one I saw, and I was like, hey, I don't mean to be a dick, but can you guys please not do this? It's just because this. And I told him why. I was very nice the first couple of times. And then the third time I was like, don't do that. Don't do that. And then by like the fifth time, I was like, no, I was pissed. I was pissed. It was only twice I yelled at him. And then I yelled at his son too, because his son had parked his truck in my yard. And I was at night and I went down there I was taking Wally for a walk, and that's when I noticed it. So I went down there because he's sitting in his truck in my yard. And I'm looking at his truck and he rolls down the window and, can I help you? And I was like, yeah, you can tell me why you're parked in my yard. I can move. I was like, yeah, that's something you could do, like now. I have an Epson printer back here, and I think Stephen also has an Epson in the bedroom for printing shipping labels. Had several HP printers, but I break everything. Well, there you go, June. Jenna said the bedroom Epson survived having a plugged-in aquarium heater melt to the top of it too. There you go. There you go. That I think that's what you want then. You want an Epson, June. It sounds like it's going to last. It sounds like it's going to last. I'm trying to stream just a little bit longer because I know that my good friend Zen Ginger usually is up and around about now. So I just wanted to be able to come in and say hi. And then I think I'm going to go. I haven't seen Mrs. Foreman. Miss Foreman. Sorry, she's not Mrs. Foreman. I hope she's doing well. I see her on the fish cord. We had a good conversation about potlucks on the fish cord members only section. It was fun. It's still a piece of shit like the day it was made. The Epson. I do hate printers. When I was an IT guy, printers were the things I hated dealing with the most. Not the connection issues. I mean, the connection parts and stuff like that's okay. It's just the printing part of it. Like, I'm trying to do this. Well, most of the time it was people. So I guess when it comes down to it, people were the problem. And that's what we always said, right? PEBCAC. Problem exists between keyboard and chair. Or the ID10T, but yeah, it was almost always people causing the issues. But at the same time, that was also my favorite part of the job. Like getting to know the people I supported. I would love to go to somebody's desk and, fix their issue while I was talking to them about something, get to know them. And, I miss that part of it. I am a social animal and I have no social outlet these days. I blew up 3 TVs this year. We'll be forward with the new home beer. Jesus. We have the same TV and we use it, daily, just about, and sometimes all day, like on the weekends. Sometimes it gets used 12 hours. It's a cheaper model TCL 4K one from I bought it from Amazon, so I can tell you how old it is. I want to say it's about 6 years old. And the one we had before that was a plasma that weighed like 100 pounds. It was a 55-inch plasma from when plasmas first came out, and that was so expensive. Now you can get a better TV than that for 1/10 of the price. I've been told Brother is the best paper printer out there, but I send my stuff to the local print shop because ink is too fucking expensive. Especially if she was stacked. Wait, what? Karen is not a nice lady, especially if she was stacked. I mean, that, especially if she was stacked, could be, I mean, that's everything. I like boobs. I say that to myself sometimes. All right, let's see. Your orders. Let's see, when did I buy that? I'm going to say 6 years. No, I'm going to say 8 years. I'm going to say 8 years ago. Let's see. Ordered on September 29th, 2017. 2017, September 29th, 2017. That's when we got that TCL. It's a Roku. I like it. It's done fine for us. It's only a 55-inch. Our living room area is not very wide. It's long, but you can't. There's windows. So there's not really any place to put the TV that's in a longer distance. It's close. So 55-inch TV is fine, and it's Roku. Which again, I don't like. I block all of the information, the tracking stuff that they do, the telemetry stuff that they do, so it doesn't send data out. It's only allowed to, get stuff in. But I can put the Jellyfin app on there. There's actually a better one that I side loaded called Moonfin. That's really cool, and that lets us stream our own stuff directly to the TV and everything. The TCL is a cheaper model, or less expensive. It's not a high end model by any means, but we're okay with it. And I don't even really need 4K, to be honest. We watch stuff that's 720 and 1080p all the time, and we're absolutely fine with that. I don't need 4K stuff. I never once looked at a 4K thing and went, God, that makes this movie better. You know what I mean? It just doesn't do it for me. Maybe it's because my eyes are old or something. I don't know. Maybe because I'm used to, like a lot of us, we're used to the CRTs. We were talking about that. We had a 32-inch CRT, and at the time, that was like the biggest TV you could. Well, I'm sure there was bigger ones, but that was the biggest CRT you could get. That thing weighed like 150 pounds. It was 32-inch TV. And it was so deep. The thing was like, I don't know, 4 foot deep. The thing was huge. It was massive. What is the catch prompt? Oh yeah, the exclamation catch. There, Nancy B did it there, June. I still have a 43-inch plasma. Wow. And my big TV is so old I had to get a Roku stick because the smart hardware is too old to still be supported. Gotcha. Cara C. It all looks like 90s box TV. Yeah. So I'm with you. And hi. I don't need the bigger one. A 43-inch plasma. I bet that thing's heavy too. Yeah, because ours, we had a Samsung 55-inch plasma. Yeah, but there are so many sticks out there too, and a lot of the Android boxes are really cool because you can totally customize it 100%. You can put whatever you want on there. You're not locked into using Netflix's official streaming thing. What's up, buddy? What you need? Tell Papa what you need. Oh. Can you wait for a little bit? Just for a little bit, okay? I promise. When I'm done, we'll go. Okay? Give me a kiss. Oh, why? Get up here. Get up here and give me a kiss. On my hand. Mean. You're mean. As soon as I get done, okay? I'm talking. That's what that is. I'm talking to people. Yeah. Well, he loves hugs. A lot of dogs don't. Like they'll pull away, or you can tell by the body language they're a little, because they feel trapped. But he leans in, just like Pugsley, the old pug. She loves to have hugs. She'll totally lean in for him. Sometimes she just comes up to you and wants a hug. Same with Wally. Very affectionate. Oh, I forgot. Turkish floss halva. Somebody sent me halva a long time ago. I don't remember if it was Dee Dee or if it was Jennifer Weaver. I wish, now that I thought about it, I was thinking about it when I wish I had kept like a database of everything people had sent to me and, who sent me what and what I tried. Because so many of you guys and girls have sent me stuff. When I say guys just means people. It just means people. It's not male. It's just people. But I wish I had kept up because I was sent so much stuff, and I don't remember who sent what. This stuff is really, really weird. My mouth is watering. Okay, so it's very fluffy. It's halva, so it's made from sunflower seeds, but it's floss. The halva I had before, whoever, Jennifer or Dee Dee or whoever sent it to me, was it was more like a peanut butter. It was like a sweet peanut butter. It was a treat. It was a dessert. This is still a dessert, but it feels like a cat. It feels like you're touching a very fluffy cat. And it's very stringy, but yet there's almost like a dough in the middle of it. And it's very messy. Oh. It's good. If you've ever had halva, it does have that flavor, but mixed with cotton candy. So it's like a sunflower seed cotton candy. And it is, trying to find the ingredients in English. There we go. Wheat flour, white sugar, hydrogenated oil, vegetable oil, glucose, vanillin, drinking water, citric acid. That doesn't say sunflower. There's no sunflower anywhere in there. Unless that's the, no, it says palm oil. I thought halva was specifically sunflowers. That's weird. So it's basically wheat, sugar, and oil with just a tiny bit of flavoring. Hope all is well your way. Thank you, Cara. I got called out of your stream to help my sister move a sectional couch. She's on her own today. The uncle's carport. You caught it. Nice fillet of fish. There it is. I haven't touched any of this stuff. I really need to get back to getting all this software sorted out and everything. Trying to get it running better. Because a lot of the parts are broken. I've deleted some of the software. Not everything is working correctly. Like this doesn't work correctly. Like it's supposed to pop up there and be big on the screen, but it doesn't. And so I need to get back to that. Plus, I need to add a bunch more of them because you guys, a lot of you have already caught like almost every one of them. I don't remember how many there are, 100 and something, I think. And some of you caught all of it. What? I'm waiting for Zen Ginger. I can't go yet. He is just staring me down. Get up here. Get up here. Come on. Look at them. Look at over here. They can't see you. See? When he really wants something, he stares at you intently. Like when we're out doing our walk, well, we usually just do a loop in the backyard these days with the snow and everything. It's cold. We don't do a super long walk. We'll be out there for maybe 10, 15 minutes. And we just do a loop. I call it the railroad because I walk in the same snow track all the time. So it's easier for him and me. I don't get snow in my boots because I beat the snow down in that track. Plus it looks like a train track. I've always wanted a train set. I had them as kids, but I've always wanted a train set. So I make my own outside. Well, usually when we get up to the front of the house, if he really wants to go across the street to check the mail or something, he'll stop and he'll look at me, and you can just see him asking me if we can go over there. It's very easy to tell that he's asking me for something. He just gives you the stare. Or if I'm sitting on a couch and he's got to go potty, I said the P word. He'll sit right in front of me and stare at me no matter what I'm doing. If I don't respond, he'll sit there for 15 minutes just staring at me without hardly even blinking. Sometimes it's creepy. Sometimes it's creepy because his stare gets a little intense. What did Whip say up there? Oh yeah, 42-inch type tube TV. Though, so if I need help to lift it, me, I had to ask for help. I hate asking for help. Yeah. Me too. I do. 6'5", 250 pounds. I struggle with a 42-inch TV. Yeah, they were very heavy back then. All those parts and everything. And now, now they weigh 25 pounds. Well, maybe not that. 12-hour stream waiting on Zen to wake up. Well, she had asked me. She said that 1 o'clock is better for her, but I didn't tell her I was streaming today. And it's not like, there's no pressure. She's busy and everything. It's just I like to say hi to her. She's my friend. You really need to is like my really need to. I have a 150-gallon that leaks, and I've been saying for a year I need to get that revealed so I can get the fish from Asia separated from the others. I need to get that healed. Need to get that resealed. Get that resealed so I can get the fish from Asia separated from the others. Don't be racist. God, whip. You know, I really hate this pile of junk right here. I keep seeing it. There's an aquarium there, which has to move into the basement. And then one of my boxes of cables and power supplies. And that's just a random box that I need to get rid of. Let's burn some incense. We've got cedar wood. This stuff smells so good. I think I showed you before. Cedar wood. It's the rope incense from Nepal. What? What? What do you want? That's my doggy, Mr. Wally Walls. He's the walliest of the Wally Walls. He's so Wally. I promise in just a little bit. He's already been out 3 times today, and it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. 16 people. Let's see. What else do I have to talk about? I think maybe I'm running out of time here. What about my projects? I have the AI. That's a next project. I have a Raspberry Pi 4 that my son got me for, I think it was for my birthday. I honestly don't remember now. It was my birthday or maybe Father's Day. I think it was Father's Day. Anyways, I've got that Raspberry Pi 4 that I used to run Pi-hole on it. Pi-hole is it's ad blocking DNS stuff. It can stop a lot of traffic going out. You know, so if you import these lists that security people have compiled, and it blocks traffic going to certain places. It's super easy. It's super handy. It helps with my, like I have our Jellyfin server is just called jelly.lan. So I don't have to type in the IP address. I can just go to jelly.lan, and that's part of that. But I used to run that on the Pi 4. Well, now it's running on one of the bigger servers. So I've got that Pi 4, and I'm going to look up some kind of project to do with that. I have another Pi over there that's connected to an antenna over here on the corner of the house that gets ships on the lake. They broadcast in, what is it, AES? AIS? I forgot. I always forget. AES or AIS? They broadcast constantly where they are, where they're going. They broadcast information. And I'm part of the Great Lakes volunteer network for that. So I pick up that data and share it. So you can go to like boatnerd.com and look on the map and see what ships are going where. So when I look out there and I see a big tanker or something, I can find out where it's been, where it's going, just a ton of information about it. And it's just a sort of a nerdy type fun thing to do. I display it on a map for my Home Assistant. So if I go look on the map, I can see the ships on there. And if I just hover the mouse over them, I can, get some of the information. If I click on them, I can get pictures of it, of the ship. I can get, the flag they fly under, all that kind of stuff. So very cool. Oh, Michael. Thank you, sir. And back at you, man. Back at you. Every year at the Clash, the last couple of years when you've been there, it's been a joy. There's so many people too, getting to meet Corrine this year and Jody P and oh God, what's her name? We spent a lot of time together. Whip helped me out. Taller girl. Her name's on the tip of my tongue. Kalish. Got to meet Kalish. Got to meet Guy Smiley. He's on the fish court all the time. I think he's a ginger. Got to meet Holly, Amisa, and Kalish the same thing. Vibes. Eddie. Yeah. Always, we've seen Eddie the last couple of years too. That's cool. I like Eddie. There's so many people. I mean, but I was thinking of the newer people that I got to meet just this year that I haven't met before. Gabe. Yes, Gabe. What's Gabe's name? Skittle Puke. There it is. Yep. Skittle Puke, which I think Skittle Puke is the best kind of puke. Right? I think if you're going to puke, you want it to be Skittle Puke. You don't want it to be Doritos puke. Because Doritos, especially right after you eat them, they come back up and they're still sharp. And sometimes they get stuck in your throat. Yes, I've done it. So you got that sharp piece of chip in your throat as you're throwing up. There's a dog. Wally. That's his bed down there. See, he's got like a huge pile for his bed. And you know what? Honestly, he hardly ever uses it. Most of the time he goes out there's a heated blanket on the couch that's on, and he'll go out and lay on that most of the time. First time meeting Kenny and Danny. Yep. First time face to face. Yep. And then of course Xanadu. Yep. It was very heartwarming to meet Mark face to face. I mean, I've streamed with him a few times and we've hung out online a lot, but I never got to see him face to face. And he's definitely a kindred soul. We might be, I say this quite often, we might be a little bit on the other side of the spectrum from politics, but in most instances, that doesn't mean you're a bad person to me. Sometimes it does. It depends on, first time meeting Zen. I mean, how could I forget that? I mean, Zen Ginger. I love Zen Ginger. I really do. And meeting her and her husband, Mikey, it felt like, like so many people though, when you go to these events and you see these people that you've hung out with in streams and stuff, it's like you're just seeing them again. It's not like you're meeting them for the first time. It's like you already know them. You haven't seen them in a while. I actually had a dream about that's what it was. I had a dream about the Clash. I had a dream just last night about the Clash, and I don't remember anything else about it except that I was walking around in the vendor room, and my eyes were bothering me. And somebody said, "Man, you got a lot of sleep on your eyes." And I brushed my hand on my eye, and there was like a shit ton of. It was almost like ramen. It was like somebody put like two things of ramen on my eyes, and it was just sleep. And I was rubbing it away, and it was just big chunks of it. It was all over my eyes. What does that mean? What does that mean? It's like the one I had when I was naked, standing on top of a pyramid, and all these women were throwing little pickles at me. It was a comedian from like the 70s who said that one. What does that mean? But yeah, there was like just cakes of ramen that was sleep on my eyes, and I kept brushing it off, and it was in my hands. I was like, I gotta go. I don't know what that meant. All right. Well, I think Zenny's waking up late today. That's okay. I just wanted to say hi to her. And same with Kelly Foreman. Maybe Kelly's busy today. But I keep saying it. I will try and stream more, but well, it's her library. She can go there if she wants. That was supposed to be Jimmy Stewart. It wasn't very good. I think I'm going to go. That's enough of that. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the membership, June. Hope you guys, if I don't talk to you, I hope you have a good new year. And I hope 2026 is better for people. I really do. I didn't win the Powerball, so... No, one my time. She knew the differences, but I didn't tell her I was going today at 1 or anything like that. She just told me that 1 is better for her when I stream. So I was going to start streaming at 1 when I do stream from now on in the daytime. But no, there was no official thing. Like she didn't promise. You streamed more today than yesterday. That's true. That's true. What was I saying? Damn it. I was saying something else. What was I saying? Not the whip. Dude. B Wizzle. I haven't seen B Wizzle in a while. He did comment on one of the videos. I miss him. We got to see Brandon again this year. I miss seeing B Wizzle around. Hope he's doing well. Always liked him. Always got along really good with him. So I hope, if you're watching B, I hope things are doing good for you. And thanks, Whip. Thank you, sir. That's awesome. What was I talking about, though? I talked about the dream. Damn it. Jesus. All right. Yeah, it probably didn't matter. I repaid Nancy V's generosity trying to get me a membership. Let's see. Oh, did she do that for over on Steve Thoughts on Bob's channel? How's Bob doing? He's married. He's got a kid on the way or something too, right? Again, I'm so out of the loop. So out of the loop these days. I mean, I see people live on fishfam.link, and I don't even know. I probably a big chunk of them I don't know anymore. I have no idea who they are. I've never watched any of their streams. I've never seen their names in any of the few streams that I go to these days. You know what's weird is it took them about $1,000 to get me there, but I got there. Jesus, $1,000. Wow. Sadie will be 1 in February. Jesus. He and Chelsea had a kid a year ago. A year ago. See, I remembered it a little bit. Look, smoked fish. What is it doing? Oh, it's doing the membership things. Doing the membership things. Remember when Andrew? Oh my God, what's his name? He used to go to all the streams and drop like $500. He even came in my stream a bunch of times, gave me like $500. It was crazy. That guy dropped so much money on the Fish Fam. I hope he's doing well too. He had a pretty impressive resume. Like he's been around. Whip not getting memberships was very profitable for listing bots. Well, Whip doing that was very profitable for me too. I appreciate the hell out. Thank you, Alexander Engelhart. Yes, both the P's got it real quick. I always say, stuff to Michelle like the P's this or the P's that, and she's like, she knows who you are, but she always makes fun of it at the same time. The P's sent me candy. The P's sent me cookies. Tea cookies? What? No, Jenna, too slow. I'm still just trying to hang on here. So somebody go wake her up. Who else is in Texas that's close by? Same thing. Whip said the same thing. Same thing happened with KG Tropicals. Yeah, he used to go into Dan's Fish all the time. I think Dan's Fish and Alex Secret History. I think those were the two streams that he went in the most. But Dan's Fish was the one for sure that he went in the most and did that, drop that $500. Every time I saw it, I was just, wow. I want to be that guy. I want to be that guy so bad that I could do that for people. Just being able to help people out. That's the guy that I've always wanted to be, and I've been at different times. But these days I just have no way to do any of that, and I want to be. It's what it's not regret. It's what I dislike, I guess, about my life the most is not being able to do things for people like that. That's I think that's the biggest part, the biggest lack in my life is not being able to help people and not be reliable because somebody will ask me, "Hey, can you do this on Friday?" And I'm like, I don't know. I want to, believe me, I want to, but I have no idea. So I can't, I just don't schedule anything because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not, you know? Okay. Austin, Mike's gonna take care of it. Take me 3 hours to get to Houston. The P's will have to leak me an address. Okay. P's will have to leak. I see what you did there. P leak. And there's Tommy, the Aquatic News Network. What's up, Tommy? Are you closer to Houston, Tommy? We need somebody to go. She's not in Houston. I can't remember the little town she's in. We need somebody to go to Houston. Houston, we have a problem. We need somebody to go get Zenny. I know he ain't everyone's cup of shit. Cup of shit, yeah. But Joey DIY dropped 3 huge super chats in Series Q stream once. I thought she was going to cry. I mean, I cried when you know you guys did stuff for me like that. And yeah, you know, Joey is what it is. It just the way I've seen him treat other people. And that's all. That's how I judge. And I try not to judge people, but when I see how they treat other people, that's how I tell if you're the kind of person I want to be around or not. That's how I see you treat other people, regardless, you know, if those people can give you something or not. You know, that's the thing. A lot of people are very nice to people that can help them, but they turn their backs on anybody who's, you know, just living their lives. And how you treat dogs too. Okay, Whip, take care of it. Everybody get on it. Let's get that Zenny here. It's how you treat other people, especially like people that are service people, right? I mean, that's a big thing, though. You hear that all the time. I judge you on how you treat your waiter and stuff like that. And again, I try not to judge people because we don't know what's going on in people's lives. But if there's a consistent treating people bad all the time, especially people that are not able to, that you're not getting anything from, if you're treating those people bad and you only treat people good that have something to offer you, then you're a shitbag. Melissa, yes, I'm here. Is that good enough? It is. It is. I hope you're doing well, Melissa. I call you Mel when I talk to Matt quite often, and I don't know if that's a nickname you use or not. But I call you Mel when I tell him to send good wishes. Oh, what's this? Cool. Hold on. The switch. I got a 48 port managed network switch. It will be here next week. Oh, January 2nd. Yeah, so Saturday? Is that 2nd? Saturday? I'm having trouble finding my shoes. Definitely wore them on Friday. I never wear shoes anymore except for slippers. Like I got slippers on right now. Let me see if I can show you. I have some really nice slippers though. These ones aren't. No, these ones aren't really nice. I've always been in the mindset, if you can help someone, why wouldn't you? Yes, I agree. If there's something that you can do to help somebody, yeah. And I wish more people were like that, Jenna. I wish, and no, I'm not gonna. I always get in that preachy stuff, and I know people don't want to hear it. I'm trying not to talk about bad stuff either. It's difficult when that's most of what you have going on. You try to focus more on the positive things so that, you know, I know people get tired of hearing it. Well, I don't think Zenny's going to make it in. Yeah, I was off for 5 straight days, and waking up at 4 a.m. really messed with my chi. Yep. Uh, Same with Michelle. Same with Michelle. She had a rough morning today. Her car wouldn't start. The battery was dead, which is weird. We're hoping that it's just a one-off because she hasn't driven in a few days. It was super cold. We're hoping that maybe, a door was cracked open or whatever. Something was left running that drained it. We'll find out. Luckily, the kids sort of drive by. Ariel drops Brandon off at bait shop. It's on the other side of a bridge over here. It's right on my wife's way to work. Because Brandon and my wife work at the same place. My son-in-law and my wife work at the same place. So it just works out because then Ariel can go south where she works. She picks him up there. It just all works out really good. But yeah, she had a rough morning. Plus, she got her new phone, and she didn't copy over the stuff. She did, she did a transfer, so she got a lot of her stuff over, but a lot of her stuff didn't transfer over. So she was missing out on a bunch of stuff. So it was very stressful for her today because things like her, how she signs into work, it was on her old phone. There was just some of the banking stuff, just everything. We didn't do a good enough job getting her set up before she left, and she didn't take her old phone with her. So I don't help anyone. I just walk around with my head. I expect people to cover my hand. That's me. I don't expect people to cover, but my hand is out way too often. Life is too short to be responsible or kind to others. Everyone tells Zen Rico was looking over the next couple of days and you see her. Yeah, just constantly tell Michael that's a good idea. Because last night on the fish cord, Matt told everybody to look at or to message Zenny and to tag her. So everybody was tagging her all over the place. So yeah, everybody should do that. Tell her that I was looking for her every time you see her in any stream. Please do that and spread the word and make a bunch of people do it. Like she goes into a stream and like 20 people tell her I was looking for her. That'd be so funny. Please, I would really, really appreciate that. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to go. I hope, Roxanne, if you watch the replay, I hope you're doing well. Dee Dee, just all the people. All the people I haven't seen in forever. I hope all of you are doing well. And we'll seize you when we seize you. She really